It's beautiful, the price seems right, and you can already picture your life there. But is that dream home actually setting you up for disaster? Hi, I'm Robert Weinberg, and today we're going to talk about the red flags and hidden risks that can turn your dream home into a financial trap. Whether you're a first-time buyer or upgrading your space, I've seen far too many clients fall in love with a home only to regret it when reality sets in. And that's why today I'm going to walk you through exactly what to look for so you don't fall into the same trap. First, you want to get clear on your non-negotiables. Let's start with the biggest mistake, buying based on emotion instead of logic. Before falling in love with a house, you need to ask yourself, does it truly fit your lifestyle, your commute, the schools, your long-term plans? I've seen buyers compromise on location because the house was stunning, only to regret it when they're sitting in traffic an extra hour every day. So before you start shopping, write down your non-negotiables, things like school districts, resale value, or work proximity. That way you're making decisions based on reality and not just emotion. The second thing you'd want to do is beware of staging illusions. That fresh coat of paint and those designer pillows are all part of the illusion. Sellers know how to make a home look perfect, but staging hides real issues like bad layouts, water damage, or poor natural light. Look beyond the surface. Don't just glance at the walls. Check under the rugs, behind the furniture, and in cabinets for signs of neglect. And here's a pro tip for you. If something feels off, bring in a pro like a home inspector as early as you can in the process, even before making an offer. You need to understand the true cost of ownership. A home isn't just the mortgage, it's everything else that comes along with it. There are hidden costs. I've had clients qualify for a home only to realize later they couldn't afford the taxes, HOA, or crazy high utility bills. Ensure you take this action step. Before committing, calculate your true monthly cost, the mortgage, the taxes, the insurance, the HOA, the maintenance, the repairs, all of that. Once I had a client buy a perfect home only to get hit with a $15,000 roof replacement in the first year because they didn't check its condition. Ask the right questions about the neighborhood. In real estate, they say location, location, location. A home is only as good as the area it's in. So how do you do that? You research before you buy. Look at the numbers. Is the neighborhood trending up or down? Are there major zoning changes planned? What are the crime rate and the school ratings? Talk to neighbors and check recent sales with your realtor, and also visit different times a day. A quiet Sunday morning could look very different than a Friday night. Check the home's past thoroughly. This is really important. Just because a home looks good now doesn't mean it's always been that way. The key steps here are you want to look at the permit history. That brand new kitchen, if it wasn't built to code, you could be in for a nightmare. Insurance claims. You want to check if the home has a history of flooding, fires, or major repairs. Previous sales. Has the home been flipped multiple times in a short period? That's a huge red flag. And don't skip the pre-approval reality check. Just because you qualify for a $500,000 loan doesn't mean you should spend it. You want to buy within your means because lenders approve you based on income, not your lifestyle or your long-term financial goals. So the action step here is work with a mortgage advisor like me to find a sustainable budget, not just what your maximum amount of the mortgage is. It's easy to fall in love with a house, but it's much harder to live with a mistake. If you want a second set of eyes on a property or need help running the numbers, I'm here to help. And if you missed it, check out my last video on how I helped a client buy their first home on a budget. Schedule a consult or shoot me a message, and let's make sure your dream home is truly a dream and not a trap.